Warm it up. All right, so I got a couple little details we'll go over, and then we'll get right to a lot of passing stuff and a lot of line drills are actually happening now. Right, so the first one that we're practicing in is he's stepping right into my Z guard here, and he's getting his head down all the way next to mine and grabbing a hold of my head too. He's got his arm wherever it is, doesn't matter. I practice pushing his arm off, getting back to a solid frame. I like to start grabbing his foot right away. I put my foot on his hip, and I start to kick him away. Now, can he go for like an esteem lock? For sure. He tries to go for a esteem lock, that's just cue for me to spin, right? If he starts grabbing my foot, I just spin under and then try to use it to get up. Right? I want you guys to practice like using any of these things, using that position to get on top, right? So, again, he steps in, he's grabbing my head, I remove that, I get the frames away, and then I can also do this one too, where I just stand up on a single, that's fine too, right? So go ahead, you doing? I step in right here, I'm getting hold of him, he clears the frame, pushes me away, pushes me up, and then he can either wrestle up, or if you want to spin under, that's fine too. All right, makes sense? Let's go, 1, 2, 3. Practice framing the guy off, putting the foot in the hip, push him away, spin under, wrestle up. Okay, time. You rip off a couple of these small details. All right, so Victor's not here today, but he's competing this weekend. He don't need to train it anyways. He's going to throw around these guys like rag dolls, I believe. But one thing I kept telling him was the last pass, like where you just get to the J point, if you will, or my hand on the hip, or my elbows in and I'm pushing. That's like the last one that you do, right? In the beginning, like you can do whatever. Like there's gonna be all types of stuff, but eventually it's like I get to that end spot, right? Where that last one is just like that. It used to be called the M1 pass, where we would start here like this, right? X pass, right? That one is like the period on the end of the sentence. I might try all these other passes, but a lot of times we end up with there. One thing that he was doing was he was getting by with doing like cartwheels and all types of stuff, but then being on his knees here, right? And then trying to get by and the guy's pushing away and keeping a good neat elbow connection. Then he would be like, let me jump over to the other side, right? And he's going into the danger zone in between this guy's legs, where he should have just got here, got to his leg here and just kept pushing it until eventually he gets through, you know what I mean? One thing I noticed too, right? When we get here, right, I was watching some of these guys passing and some of the new videos they put out is they use their elbow to brace right in here on my knee. All right, so hit whatever pass you want to hit. You just want to get in here and just practice getting into this. Get my elbow down here. See that? See how I'm like squatted all the way down here like this. So the more he pushes away, he's going to be pushing on my head and everything like that. He might even push on my head a little bit. He's going to be trying to push me away. Let's keep that stuck in here. Now it's going to be harder for him to bring his leg through. Then eventually I should be able to get through. All right, so super small detail. Like I said, use any pass that you want. You're gonna just pummel in and drop back. I'm over here, get to that J point. Look, it's gonna be tough to push through. Now I brace it, shove his ass through, just get to a nice side control. If you wanna get to, go from side control, get to a mount back in, get a finish off that, that's money, right? I know that's small, but very important, right? So this one is on the hip, this one is on the inside of my knee, and I should be pointing my head down right underneath the shin. All right, let's try. 2 or 3 small details. And then we'll get passing right away. Right, what Mason's got to do too is give him a little bit of, look at his body, his right knee. He should be trying to bring that to touch his elbow. Right, Jimbo's has his other arm, is he touching? Yeah, get that arm in. Nice, exactly. The bottom person's going to be pushing back like this. They don't want you to push their leg away. right? They want to bring their leg back in to do this, right? So guy on top, you're doing this with your other one, but I need to figure out how to either get my knee in or solidify that. Don't lay there like just a dead person on the bottom. Give him some frames, all right? 2 more minutes, let's go. Easy work right here. Just getting our legs in the right position. Right, so now let's keep this in mind to combine both of those and then with the Popeye or the row drag or whatever you want to call it, right? So, you know, obviously I said that last one we're in this battle of just shoving his knee out of the way, just spamming, shoving that knee, right? Or like that knee is in. I mean, it's good to do this and just work on camping and staying in and trying to get a hold of his arm. That's huge. Pushing his leg across is huge. But what if I could just deal with this in another way? As opposed to stepping in there, I don't want to be straight on and put my arm here when he's like this because I'm susceptible to like arm bars and crazy shit like that, right? So I still got to kind of run to the hip line, right? But when I start to put my arm in here, what's the guy's normal thing to do? He doesn't let me just have this. Guy usually just throws his leg over. Now I can, you know, get into that kind of pass, right? But as opposed to trying to go around all the time, like when we do this and the guy high legs, right? And I grab it and have to go all the way over to here. How easy is it for that guy to just get up on his knees or continue to scramble or get his leg out? If I could just stay north-south, because that's where I want to be anyways, north-south, right? The pass to keep his legs away, that would be huge. So sometimes I just make sure I still have some sort of an angle. Hand goes in, he frames, and then now I could take any one of these, right? We did this one from JT before, we're now, oh shit, now I'm in headquarters. I combined it together, or, right, I'm just not straight on here, he goes here, and now I just pull that across, but instead of going around, I just work my way to north-south on that one, all right? And then last thing I'll say about it, if I am going to get here, or however I'm going to do that route drive, even if his leg is in here, go ahead and frames, I pop it, I get my arm in, leg is still in the way. One thing the guy said, Declan, is to immediately get your knee to the mat. Here, he could still use like a lever here, grab my other leg, make me put my hands on the mat and come to the mat, right? If I put my knee on the mat, try that now, it's gonna be way harder to throw me over. It's a big difference, right? Then, if I push into his leg and he pushes back, just use this arm or this one to just shove his leg out of the way. Now I can actually do it. That's huge. Before, I would just decide to dive around. I would decide to go with this type shit, and then it would end up in a reversal. And look, if he gets up on top here, oh, I lost points. Everyone's like, but you almost had him. Right? But that's not the rules. Right? He would have got me on points. Right? So even if I start putting my head down, pushing the frame, I round drag, his leg is in, I put my knee on the mat, push into him, get that out of the way. Or go for an arm bar too. Fuck it, you only live once. Let's go, 1, 2, 3. Throw it. Last thing, that's all I got. 5 minutes, then we go live. It's an awesome tournament, right? Some of you guys that are like blue belts, been training for a while, you got wrestling experience, there's no reason why you shouldn't be doing IBJJF. You know what I mean? It's good matches. The guys are tough there, and they know how to play the game. And I used to be like, we're fine, we're not going to do it. But you know what? We're pretty good at it. Thor and Laura, they win a lot of these. They win a lot at a lot of these, right? Jim is doing them. A bunch of you guys, Mason, everybody should be doing that. Once you start getting up to the higher ranks, very important, right? Renee's been doing IBJJF since back in the day. Jordan's done them, right? The whole nine, right? Some people compete in Naga too. Same thing, right? No less, just go out there and have some fun. All right, let's get some rolls and put the sixes on line. Let's go.
not gonna let you choke me.